All right, welcome on in everyone to another episode of First CSP, the channel dedicated to bringing you the first council shoulder patch issued from each council in Scouting America, both past and present. Today we're going to take a look at Atlantic Area 331 out of New Jersey. This council was originally formed in 1926 as a name change from Atlantic City and lasted up until 1992 when it merged with Ocean County to form Jersey Shore. All right, heading on over to the patch table. Here we have the SA1 with its white cut edge border, pale blue sky, white letters. Uh, they note 4 black engines on the jet plane. I don't think that's one of the most defining characteristics, but it is what they used in the collecting guide. This one can be a little bit harder to find. It is from 1973. They approximate 300 were made. Taking a look at the back here, just a cloth back on the SA1. This is essentially the same design that then was subsequently used on the uh, first regular, which is the S2. We have that here. So here is the S2. And we can kind of look at the differences between the two. One of the things, less so much engines on the plane that sticks out, although you can see the plane is much smoother here on the S2, is the amount of brown on the chest of the duck is considerably more on the SA1. And then obviously the style of the boat here out in the water, considerably different. Certainly we have some tonal variations in the water there as well as far as colors go. But it's not one of the cases where the first and second, one adds a fleur-de-lis or adds BSA. It really kind of is just a more updated production of the first. So the SA1 here at the top, as has traditionally been the case, when you have an activity issue for the first, we try and collect the first regular, which would be the S2. And you see here that at the bottom. This one also cloth back, but again, production styles considerably different. They do list this as a cut edge, um, although the border that's sewn on it looks less like what we traditionally think of a cut edge. There's not an edge piece sticking out so much, but we do have a traditional rolled edge border on the S2. And then the third patch that they made is the S3. The S3 was formerly divided in older collecting guides into A and B variants. Uh, the difference being the color of the ground where it says New Jersey. Um, in more recent guides, they've just listed it as S3 with some range variation. But this one very clearly uh, distinct with the fleur-de-lis added on the S3s. We do believe that this is the burnt orange, not the light orange. So this would have been an S3A. Also, plain cloth back there for the S3A here. We can compare this one back to the first issue as well. And although all of these look fairly similar, I don't think anybody's really going to confuse the SA1 for the S2 for the S3. And there you have the 3 issues from the Atlantic Area Council. Hope you guys have enjoyed this episode of First CSP. We'll be back again tomorrow with another brand new episode of First CSP as we do every single day. I want to thank you for taking a moment out of your day to stop in and enjoy this episode. We hope to see you back for the next one. Until then, hope you guys have a great rest of your day.